start just buy the minimum stuff. And another thing I learned from my mother, this is interesting because I saw it happen at her death. She, would buy 2 Chanel jackets a year, really expensive Chanel jackets, handmade Chanel jackets. I do business with Chanel because of, the legacy of my mother and the whole Coco Chanel thing in watches. I love those guys. And her theory was this will never get old. And it never did. A classic vintage Chanel jacket from the 50s that's well kept is worth a fortune today. The classic, it still wears beautifully. They're so well made. So she wouldn't buy crap. She'd buy really good stuff, but just small amounts of it. And over the years, she'd built up this portfolio of amazing clothing. And when she died, the women in our family had a catfight over her portfolio. Unbelievable.
Is that in part why you have so many watches? I've noticed you have a watch on either wrist right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty big in watches. I mean, but watches to me, every piece I have marks something in my life that was important. A deal, a child, graduation, something, every piece. I've got a lot of watches.
How many have you got?
I don't even say anymore because of the insurance policy I have. I got a lot.
Do you invest in, you're talking about your mother's investing strategy, and one of the things you said is she invested in dividend stocks.
Yes.
What is a dividend stock, and should I be investing in dividend stocks?
Yeah, I mean, a company, if it's profitable and it's operating and its business plan is working and it's growing market share, at some point says, I'm going to distribute some of the success of our profits to our shareholders. That's a dividend. And so they send that cash to you, and you can either redeploy it in other ways or live off it or whatever. Many tech stocks until recently did not pay dividends, but now the behemoth tech stocks do pay dividends because the demand of an aging population is I need to eat. And so I like to own the stock for growth, but I also want to get some of the profits. And so dividend-paying stocks used to be utilities, but not so today. Every sector has dividend-paying stocks, so I prefer to own dividend-paying stocks, div payers. And then I also own fixed income products. I also own crypto now, and I own alternative assets like gold and watches. My watch collection's actually done quite well, even though there's been a correction. There's volatility, but I have some watches that have, I bought for $200,000 that are worth over $1 million today.
Crypto. So are you still bullish on crypto as an investment?
I am actually, but people get crypto confused with its real potential. Let's talk about digital payment systems, because what's about to pass first, we are days away from this happening, is the Genius Act, which is actually the Stablecoin Act. It was just passed by the Senate 48 hours ago. It's going back to the House. I actually worked on that bill 2 years ago. So if that bill passes, it's really nothing to do with speculating on crypto. It's a new form of payment. So if I wanted to order a watch from Simon Britt, who's somebody I buy watches from, he's a master watchmaker. Right now, I have to take U.S. dollars. I've got to get through a Know Your Client prerogative. I'm treated like a criminal by transferring $100,000 over, turn it into Swiss francs. It takes about a week. I get screwed for about 200 basis points in the whole thing. If he accepted USDC, which is actually a stable coin backed by the U.S. dollar, just went public, very successful IPO. I was a shareholder in that company too. That's one of my best IPOs in the last 2 years. The transaction would happen in less than a second, and the fees would be a hundredth of what the costs are right now. So it's a digital payment system. The price it's no speculation on it. It's backed by the US dollar, treasury bills. So it's sort of a new form of digital payment. That's different than Bitcoin, which is a speculation. If you believe in Bitcoin, you think it's a digital gold and you live through the volatility. I believe in both. I believe that crypto will be the 12th sector of the S&P in some period of time because it provides productivity to all 11 other sectors. So the way I own it is I own the exchanges. My exchange, in one called WonderFi up in Canada, just got acquired last week or 2 weeks ago by Robinhood. I'm happy because I think Vlad, who runs Robinhood's great. And now he's got 1 million plus accounts in Canada, a market that he'd never participated in. But the point is, this is never going away. It's going to stay forever. So how do you participate? You can buy some Bitcoin, just like you can buy gold, buy it in an ETF or actually own it yourself. You can buy the exchanges. You can use, you can buy Circle stock now, it's public. You can Circle makes USDC. You can buy USDC in an account and make 4.1% interest on it right now. So there's a lot of ways to participate. But yes, I'm here to stay. But I've grown up. I was around during the period where the crypto cowboys lived. And I survived that all. And I even testified in front of the Senate and the House and whatever else the testimonies were during the tumultuous period. And most of those guys went to jail.